What's happening, everyone? We're getting started on this little Gixxer that I've got. Me and Danny are gonna, well, make a start on having a look at this rubbish that's going on there. And we have the rest of the boys coming down. And yeah, it managed to develop some problems kind of overnight. So I have no lights. Well, I've got side lights and I've got like my back light and my brake lights, but that's it. I've got no indicators, I've got no dip beam, and I've got no high beam. So we need to look into that, what's suddenly went wrong in that sense. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. And yeah, these forks are not good. Not good at all. So yeah, they need a lot of work. But like I said, it's a project, so we'll see how it goes. So, when this happened, they obviously just thought, yeah, that'll do. I reckon that this was probably pretty goosed. So these two bolts, if you look on this side, there's two bolts that hold this mirror in place.
He's totally squashed that washer.
So over here,
Good.
we have one missing,
Nice to see you.
and another one that is a bit of a mess. Right, so get that screwdriver in there and let's see if we can take that washer off it. Yeah.
Quick.
Ooh.
That's some nice one.
Dad's providing the snacks.
This is breakfast.
This is breakfast, I've not eaten, so we're good.
I will drink coffee. Coffee?
No, Abuji, honestly, we're alright. Abuji, there's a lot of us coming, so you're going to be making a cup of tea for a lot of people if that happens. So. Right, awesome.
Don't know where it went though.
It's fine, we should be able to replace it with one of the other bolts that I have hanging about. Hey!
Breakfast
Samosa 5.
Yeah, buddy.
Right, we'll get back to this. Right, well, this is off. So we have a stud in here which we'll need to move over to the new mirror. And the other nut should hold that one in place, but we'll just cut this off from here. Yeah, boy. Get some more grips on that one. Nah, around the collar. If we put it around the collar, see this metal collar here. If we put it around that, we should be able to loosen that off. At least that is the theory. See how we get on. I'm so sorry. I didn't manage to record everything that we were doing. Today started off with a basic plan. We're going to look into things, figure things out, replace parts, get things working, happy days. Obviously not the case. Became very frustrating very quickly, and basically one thing led to another. This is the bike. Hold on, there we go. Yeah, took her all apart. Cannot for the life of me figure out why the lights are not working. There's no dip beam, there's no main beam, and there's no indicators. Battery is fine. We're getting voltage to the plugs. We're getting continuity through the bulbs. But for some reason it's just not working. That led to us stripping down the entire front of the bike and basically just inspecting all the wiring. We did find some pretty dodgy stuff going on. So this has quite clearly been messed with before, but as we can see here, find a spot. This down here has all been messed with, so it's been heat shrunk, some of it has been pretty dodgy, some of it looks like it's just been twisted and taped and stuff. So yeah, this entire loom is just looking like it's been messed with so much that essentially I don't really know where to look. This was all covered in tape, and when we removed the tape it was actually dripping with water. So I don't know how far I'm going to be able to go with trying to repair this loom, or if I would just be better off buying a new one at this point, because we're not entirely sure what we're working with and whatnot, and this just looks like a right pain in the ass to deal with. And in my opinion, I think I would rather replace the loom. Rectifier. I'm not entirely sure if the rectifier is a problem here. The rectifiers can be a big issue with these bikes. It's a very common problem, just out of the location of them. They don't get enough airflow, and they tend to overheat. I've managed to find a new loom. Well, I use second-hand loom that's got a brand new rectifier attached to it, and it's pretty cheap. They're not that expensive. It's like £45. So I think probably going to go down the lines of just getting that, because at least that one's not been messed with. It's not been cut and spliced and all the rest of that. And it's also got a new rectifier, which sort of just at least takes that out of the equation. First day working on the Gixxer, and it's already a pain in the ass. So good times, good time. I know how to buy reliable vehicles. This is always what happens with me and my purchases. So top notch. I guess it wouldn't be a Zen MHD vehicle if it didn't have gremlins that I needed to figure out and I needed to fix. So I don't really mind it, because at the end of the day, I've not even got my license yet, so I've got plenty of time to work on this thing. And in all honesty, the more nuts and bolts that I remove from this and put back together, the more I know the ins and outs of this bike. And I like that, because it means that if I ever have problems in the future, I know exactly what I'm doing to take it apart. I know exactly what I'm doing when it comes to what goes where. So there's a silver lining somewhere here. Alright guys, so progress with the bike, as you saw, it's a bit of a pain. Went back to it tonight and the indicators are now working after the loom's dried out a bit, but the headlights are still not working. Although we got continuity through them, I thought best to be on the safe side, and I picked up a couple of bulbs. So went to Alpha's, got a nice bright one for the headlight, and I got a replacement for the main beam as well. Another thing that you guys don't know is the other week the exhaust fell off of the DC5. So that was fun. It went from being obnoxiously loud to just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, tonight we're gonna have a look at fixing that. So hence the reason why we have a couple of exhaust clamps here. So I'm not entirely sure what size it'll be. I picked up a 2.5 inch and 2.25. I've got a feeling it'll be this one, but just to be on a couple of wipers for the Paseo as well, because we need to treat this one too. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna be up to now. So hang fire. Let's get the tag loaded up and start it. My neighbours are gonna hate me. Oh god. Right. Let's see how she feels. Right. Okay. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Oh my days. Not happy neighbours. Oh god. Oh, it's so bad. Right, okay, let's get to the garage. Okay, some pretty sketchy stuff is about to go down. So the problem that I thought we had is not the problem at all. From what I had in the past with my EG, there was like a tapered section on the exhaust which had basically just come apart. That's not the case here. If we have a look, we can see. There we go. Yeah. That is a clean snap. So there's nothing that an exhaust clamp is going to do to fix that. So we have a plan. Well, Danny has hatched a plan. It's not a plan that's permanent, of course. It is literally just a plan to quieten it down. We have a can of Red Bull, potentially a can of Monster if that Red Bull can is not big enough. And what are these, Danny? These are straight edge cookie cards. Yes. So
And a cannibal stuff.
essentially, this is our plan. So, and obviously, I've got those 2 exhaust clamps, so we're gonna try and fit one of them over the exhaust where it's snapped. Put the can above that and use the exhaust clamps to clamp down either side of it. Danny,
Yes.
if this works, I owe you many, many favours. Oh my days, that is so close to being snug.
Bust it.
And we're gonna have to cut it.
Yeah, bust it.
Should we try and start it? See how she feels. Right, keep it to me, baby.
And if I temporary fix, it'll work. Keep it off the ground.
I'll keep it up.
It'll still blow.
I'll still blow, but it'll not be as bad.
It's blowing bad. So, like, really fucking bad. But what's mad is the fact that, despite the fact that it's blowing really bad, it now sounds like it did before it actually fell apart. So, yeah, once that gets fixed, it's going to be a fuckload quieter.
I mean, it's not a proper fucking sleeve.
It's not proper.
It's for fucking bacon.
And it's also on a bend. So, yeah. Temp fix, I mean, it's holding the exhaust up,
Yeah.
and it is a bit quieter. So, it's something. At least I can kind of not piss off the neighbours as
Oh no,
much.
you still got this one.
Still gonna piss off the neighbours. Fuck, is what it is. But, aye. Temp fix until we get a sleeve. Or just fucking get it welded.
I mean,
Cosmo.
My welding days are done.
Your welding days are not done. I saw the job you done on the note.
take it off the car, I weld it.
Man up.
Huh?
It's perfect.
Yeah. It is now because you welded it. Cosmo's gonna weld my exhaust. Right, well, regardless, this is how it's staying just now. And yeah, I'll catch you guys when we actually decide to do a proper fix on this, or once we have an update on the bike situation. So, peace out, and we'll see you in the next one.